The Ashes, cricket's oldest rivalry. England versus Australia. And fresh from winning the World Test Championship last week, the Australians are riding high.
We feel like we've played awesome cricket for the last 2 years, and being there at the end holding the trophy feels really well deserved.
Australia, you good team!
But in Birmingham tomorrow, they'll face an English team with an aggressive new batting style, nicknamed Bazball, after coach Brendan Baz McCullum.
I thought English cricket had a lot of talent. It's got a lot more talent than I thought, and I knew these guys were good, but they're a lot better than I thought.
With its big hitting and supercharged run rate that's seen England dominate with 11 wins out of 13 tests. But the Ashes is a unique contest. Currently held by Australia after the win at home last year, the Aussie men's team hasn't won an Ashes series in England since 2001 under Steve Waugh. Now the stage is set. I spoke to Australia's superstar batsman Steve Smith earlier at the Edgbaston Cricket Ground. Steve Smith, welcome to 7:30.
Thanks for having me.
You've just won the Test World Championship, but are the Ashes still the biggest prize in cricket?
I mean, yeah, we had a great week last week, winning the Test Championship, and that's 2 years of hard work that have gone into it, and it was a really proud moment for all of the boys. But yeah, I don't know, for the Ashes for an Australian or an English cricketer is the pinnacle, something we've worked towards for a while, and yeah, we're excited by this week.
For people who haven't been cricket tragics all their lives, what is so special about the Ashes?
I think just the history of it. You know, Australia and England, it's the biggest series. You know, it's the one you want to do really well in and help your team have success. So, you know, obviously the way England have been playing, the way we've been playing, it makes for a really exciting series. And yeah, like I said, the boys can't wait to get into it. Did
you watch every Ashes series, every match when you were a boy?
Well, I used to love it, yeah. 2005 was probably my favourite series I ever watched in, you know, in cricket. So, you know, there's a lot of talk about this one being as exciting as that, and hopefully it lives up to it.
What was so special about 2005?
Oh, I think just the way it sort of ebbed and flowed throughout. You know, two really good teams going up against each other, and yeah, the series just kept ebbing and flowing. So, you know, it was great to watch, and yeah, hopefully this one's just as exciting.
Back to this series, you're facing a revitalised England team. How big a threat to Australia will their Bazball tactics be?
Yeah, look, they've obviously played some really good cricket the last 12 months. From afar, I've enjoyed watching it. It's been entertaining. You know, I always said initially, how's it going to go against our opposition? So that remains to be seen. But, you know, we're looking forward to the contest.
They've won 11 out of 13 tests playing this very aggressive cricket. England captain Ben Stokes says they're not going to change their style for Australia. How do you plan to counter them?
I think for us it's just about sticking to our game plan. You know, we've played really good cricket the last 12 months as well. We know how we want to play. It's not playing at England's tempo, it's playing at our own, and doing that to the best of our ability, and yeah, hopefully that'll be enough for us.
Let me take you back to last week's Test World Championship. You and Travis Head put on a massive partnership of 285 that knocked the wind out of India's sails. Was that also a message to England that Australia can do Bazball too?
Not really. It was just about playing our game, and it was a great partnership. I thought Trav played beautifully. I played second fiddle to him up the other end, and it was a really good partnership that set the game up for us. So Trav's in a good place. He's obviously played beautifully the last few years, and he's come a long way. So hopefully a big series for him, and yeah, like I said, we're looking forward to starting in a couple of days' time.
Tell me this, after the fireworks of your last encounter with England fast bowler Jofra Archer, are you a bit disappointed that you won't have a chance to test yourself against your nemesis?
My nemesis? Yeah, I can't remember him ever getting me out, but yeah, it was, you know, it was a great series to be a part of. He obviously hit me once, but outside of that, I think I probably got the upper hand. So, yeah, look, it's sad to see him not part of this series. He's, you know, hostile and can bowl some good spells, but yeah, obviously they've got some really good bowlers as it is, and yeah, should be a competitive one.
You and Marnus Labuschagne are two of the quirkiest batsmen we've ever seen. I'm talking about your mannerisms. Do you try and outdo each other at the crease?
No, not really. It's just about getting in our zones, and you know, I think when we're a bit over the top sometimes with our mannerisms, it means we're probably in a really good place and feeling good out there. So we don't try and outdo it. Yeah, we just go about our business, and yeah, we do some random stuff, that's for sure.
In relation to those movements you make, are they a conscious performance, or are they almost out of your control now?
Yeah, I have no idea that I'm actually doing it. I just go about my business, and when I look back at myself, I'm like, what's going on here sometimes? But you know, I think when I'm doing it and I'm over the top with it, it just means that I'm in the zone and I'm going really nicely.
Former Australian coach Justin Langer said recently about you, "I used to throw thousands of balls at Steve Smith. I couldn't get him out. He's uncoachable," in the sense that he works it out for himself. So I wondered, there'll be lots of young players watching you. Should they be working out their own style rather than relying on orthodox coaching techniques?
I think there's a balance. You know, I know definitely when you're out in the middle, no one can help you. Your mate at the other end, who you're in a partnership with, you can have a conversation with him, but ultimately it's you out there trying to figure things out for yourself. So, you know, you've got to be comfortable in the way you're playing, and, you know, that's something I'm pretty strong on. But, yeah, if you've got people close to you that can help you away from there and help you prepare, that's certainly a big part of it as well.
Did you develop those mannerisms very early in your game?
I'm not sure. I think they've just sort of come and gone, and yeah, sometimes they're bigger than other times, but yeah, I'm not really sure. It's just sort of crept in at stages, I suppose.
Just to come back to this series, former England captain Mike Vaughan says the English batsman will target Scott Boland. They'll be running at him like he's a spinner. Is he up for that?
I mean, yeah, good luck if they want to play that way against Scotty. You know, I think he's arguably one of the best in the world at the moment. The way he goes about his business, how accurate he is, and what he gets out of the surface. So, yeah, I mean, it all remains to be seen, doesn't it? But, you know, he's up for the challenge, that's for sure.
Finally, Steve Smith, can you describe the feeling of walking out on the first day of the Ashes series?
I mean, it's a great feeling walking out for your country, competing in Ashes Test, and, you know, we know the importance of a first Test match of a series. So, you know, the guys are pumped, ready to go, and excited to get underway.
Steve Smith, we wish you all the very best of luck. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you. Cheers.